Good evening, I'm Matt Mulcahy. On behalf of the Ark of Onondaga Foundation, I'd like to welcome you to a celebration of our heroes. I'm honored to be your master of ceremonies for this one-night-only event. Tonight, we're going to spotlight the Ark of Onondaga team and all they've done during this challenging year to keep the people who receive support and services from Ark safe, well, and engaged. Tonight's celebration is brought to you by the Ark of Onondaga Foundation, which was established in 2002 to ensure the financial future of Ark of Onondaga. The Foundation's efforts aim to guarantee that comprehensive services of the highest quality will be available for future generations. Proceeds raised this evening allow the Foundation to award grants to Ark of Onondaga and back projects that would otherwise go unfunded. Over the past 25 years, the Foundation has gone over $668,000 in grants to Ark of Onondaga and made a positive and lasting impact upon the people who receive support from the agency. We're very grateful for the support we receive from the community and would like to acknowledge tonight's sponsors: Community Bank Trust Services, One Group, Furley, Moran, Freer, and ESA. Thanks to great leadership, the Ark of Onondaga Foundation and Ark of Onondaga do great things together. We'd like to thank our agency and our Foundation Board of Directors for their dedication, efforts, and vision. Please find the list of board members in your virtual program. Now it's my privilege to welcome my colleague, Wayne Mahar.
Well, thank you, Matt. This is an exciting night. We all know how challenging 2020 has been. But tonight, we're going to accentuate the positive and illustrate all the good that's happened during these unprecedented times. We're going to hear from some of ARK's team's members and a couple of people who receive support from Ark of Onondaga. And then we'll share some pretty inspiring photos and videos with you. Now, before that, though, I'd like to welcome ARK's Executive Director, Ellen Gutmaker.
Thanks, Wayne. Good evening. We are so glad that all of you have joined us tonight for this virtual event. What a year 2020 has been. Like so many other organizations, Ark of Onondaga faced countless challenges due to the COVID-19 crisis. Tonight, we're taking the opportunity to show how our dedicated team rallied and met every challenge that arose to make the best of the worst of the times for the people that we have the privilege of supporting. When people in our residential homes were not allowed to see their families, our team was there. When our day programs, which provide fun, enriching community experiences, were suspended, our team provided services in our residential homes to keep the people that we support connected to each other and to their community. When people needed extra support, our clinical team was there, providing virtual supports. At every turn, the ARK team was there. Tonight's celebration also affords us the opportunity to say thank you for your support. On behalf of the people who receive services from Ark of Onondaga and their families, please accept my heartfelt thanks.
Well, thank you, Ellen. At the end of tonight's celebration, we're going to share the honorees who we would have been recognizing this year at the 26th Annual Achievement Awards Dinner. That event has been postponed until June 3rd of 2021. We hope we'll all be able to gather together to honor a few of the people who helped make Ark of Onondaga's mission a reality, and of course, the Person of the Year. We hope that while you enjoyed tonight's program, you'll browse the silent auction items and bid when you see something you like. Please be sure to click the Donate button if you choose to make a separate financial contribution. Now let's get this celebration started. We'd like to introduce you to a few of ARK's team members.
The best part of my job is the people that I help support. And that honestly is what makes me stay at the Ark of Onondaga. You can wake up in the absolute worst mood and have things going on outside of your work life. And you can go into that site and just a comment from one of the people you're helping. I mean, I had a really bad day the other day and I walked in and I wore a dress, which I'm gonna do more now. And I got told, Heather, you look beautiful today. I'm gonna pick you a flower. And then they went and picked me some weeds from the yard and I was like, my day was made.
One of the ladies there, she liked to play with cards, and I had taken a Connect 4 game, and she would play with the little pieces, and she got where I would do hand over hand and put them in the Connect 4, and she got where she was able to, by the end of the week of that one week, she was able to pick them up and put them in herself. And she was so proud of herself.
I feel like a companion And then some days I feel like a friend, and then other days I feel like they are my boss because I make sure that, well, they let me know what they want done throughout the day, and I assist them with everything that they need done.
So daily life, I mean, now is a little different with COVID because everyone is home. We're not going out to programs or whatever they do in the community. But, you know, they wake up in the morning, have breakfast, have meds, make sure that they do their hygiene routine, get ready for the day. We have Dayhab in the sites right now, and, you know, it's a really great team effort. We have a Dayhab staff there that's super creative and helpful, so they do fun arts and crafts during the day. We try to do some fun recreation after that within the house. I've become a hairdresser apparently, and have given haircuts. So, and then at the end of the night, like they eat dinner, get ready, shower, go to bed, that kind of thing.
So we started with a bingo on a Friday, and then they were starting to miss one of their housemates had moved, so they were starting to miss him. So we ended up starting a virtual bingo, so they could see people from other sites, and there for a while it didn't grow much, and then it grew, and then it kind of settled back down again. But it looks like this coming Friday, it looks like it's growing a lot again.
I really feel like I do know them pretty well. One of the positions that I do right now, I handle the medications, the doctor's appointments, so I'm making sure that they actually seeing the doctors. I'm making sure that their health is up to par for one of the things that I do. And I know like some of the things that they are interested in eating, things that they don't like to eat, because you know we really paid attention to those type of things when making the menu and listening to their feedback, as well as like the type of clothes that they like to wear throughout the daytime, or depending on when the holidays is, or if we go shopping, they point out the items that they like. So it's pretty good.
The teamwork aspect has honestly increased tenfold since COVID. I mean, my job in itself is hard alone, but with COVID it added so much more. But like the DSPs, the Dayhab staff, like they are truly the ones that are shining, I think. You know, they're there every day dealing with the upsets, the behavioral, the meltdowns, but also the great times, and they're making it fun. And, you know, I couldn't do my job if I didn't have their support either. I mean, they make it amazing for the individuals. Like, I have a staff that will just randomly bust out in song, and then next thing you know, the whole house is singing, and I'm in the office shouting back to them, singing back, and, you know, it's just, they make it so everything is normal and okay.
I love all the people and helping them. I love seeing them succeed in things that they were having trouble with before.
I've been watching the news lately, and something with the Supreme Court lady who has just passed. And one of the things that I noticed that they commented was, it's a community responsibility for people to take care of each other. So that's my passion.
Wow, what a team. Now let's hear from some of the people who received services from Ark of Onondaga and would like to share their experiences.
Katie has been with ARC for 10 years. She attends the Dayhab program in Galeville, and there she receives OT and PT with the mask. She likes to have things up to her face, but at her. Now, so when we got the word that in order for her to go back, she would have to wear a mask, we started practicing with the mask. And she was doing it. There, you know, it was that cause and effect. There was response from her peers. You have to wear a mask, and listening to them and listening to Teach, who she calls the Jonathan, she started doing that. And then with the iPad, she was never really interested in the iPad unless it was listening to Barney. She doesn't really watch a lot of TV. It's always hands-on. So when they first called and said, we have a Zoom program, would you be interested? And I said, well, we'll try it, but I'm not sure it's going to work. Well, here we are. 6 months later. We have been doing Zoom with Robert and Jonathan, and it has been wonderful. It has allowed her the routine that she craves. It has allowed us to keep on a schedule. We do stretching, we do all those kinds of things, speech things, games, in order to keep all of that going. If we need anything, they're there to tell us what to do, what muscles to work on, different exercises to encourage certain strengths, weaknesses, whatever they see and we ask for. Who's this? Ernie. Big Bird and Ernie, and they incorporate Big Bird and Ernie into learning. As a matter of fact, we rocked with Big Bird today. Hi, Katie. Come in. And they have movie Fridays. So they are frantically looking for Follow That Bird, a 1990 movie that Big Bird was in, so that Katie can have a turn on her movie day. We look at the weekends, and if every day was a weekend, we would be in trouble, because our Saturdays are our downtime, and we don't push, and we let Katie have a little more freedom to do what she wants to do, and everything isn't a task or an exercise or a learning. And like when we have a week break, come in, for example, we tend to get lazy. So as a caregiver, not only has this been a godsend for her, but it has been for me as well, to keep that routine going. And it organizes me to better organize her. It's tough for everybody, but honestly, I feel that they have gone above and beyond. And it was like I said to you earlier, when this all happened, and I got the call from Mark, I felt like we are not alone. Oh, wow, there's somebody who still cares, and somebody who's not only helping her, but helping us help her. We still feel that support. And like I said, we don't go out a lot and mix in, because we're staying home and staying safe. But I felt it was important because ARC goes above and beyond. I felt that we needed to go above and beyond. And I think everybody deserves the recognition that they are doing that. And so often we take it for granted, but I truly do not take it for granted, and nor do I take ARC or the people who work for ARC for granted. We couldn't do it without them.
David's been receiving services from ARC since he was 3 years old. He today is 50-some years old. He was in the preschool program, graduated to the school program. When ARC stopped school programs, he went to Liverpool. When he was 20, he came back to Dahab. He's been in Dahab ever since, and when he was 25, we helped develop the Kmart Drive home in North Syracuse. Dave was the first resident to move in there, and he's been there ever since. We've been very blessed being part of this agency. It's a tremendous agency and does good work for the people it serves in the community.
Well, right at the beginning of the pandemic, we were called, I don't even remember who it was, from the agency asking us whether we wanted to leave Dave in residence at Kmart Drive or whether we wanted to bring him home for the whatever time it would take until the pandemic was over, which obviously then we had no idea it was going to be anything like what it is.
Before COVID, we would bring Dave home every Sunday afternoon with my daughter and granddaughter who live in the area. We also brought him home for holidays, for the day. Sunday he came home for dinner. When COVID came, we were no longer allowed to do that. I tried to call the house. They might have got tired of me, but they were always pleasant, and I'd call every day and check on Dave and check on the staff if there was anything that we could be doing. Now we still have not brought David home, but we try to get up there a couple times a week. The weather's been nice. We take Dave for a walk around. It's a beautiful neighborhood. We try to get him out, take him around for a walk in his stroller, and just spend some time sitting on the front lawn. We bring some lawn chairs and spend some time with him. I often think about some of our older parents who need services and have not been able to get them. I can't imagine, I'm not sure how we would be able to cope with David. He requires total care, total feeding, dressing, toileting. As we said, his mobility is not good. Getting him up and down stairs wouldn't be, I have a hard time now getting up and downstairs, trying to, do that with him. I just can't imagine Ark not being there. I can't express thank you, how you've been there for us for 47 years, and we've tried to be a part and do whatever we can to help the agency and provide services not only for David but for all the community that it serves.
Now let's take a look at exactly what the ARC team has done to make a positive impact over the past several months. COVID-19 had an impact on everyone's holidays this year, but thanks to ARC's employees, the people we support enjoyed new traditions. Easter brought fun decorations and projects. Mother's Day cards were created and sent, and flowers were delivered, employing social distancing. Memorial Day brought goodie bags filled with fun stuff to enjoy over the long weekend. Members of ARC's management team delivered ready, set picnic bags to all of the ARC residences. We also celebrated some birthdays. Chris, Bill, and Esther enjoyed their birthdays with their housemates. They might not have been the usual celebrations, but thanks to ARC's frontline team, they were happy days.
One big positive that came out of the last several months is the expression of creativity. Thanks to some of ARC's employees, some pretty amazing art projects were created. Clay pots were transformed into adorable garden decorations. Birdhouses were painted and hung to welcome feathered friends. Tie-dyed shirts were all the rage, too. Homemade 4th of July decorations and stepping stones beautified many of ARC's residences.
When going out to find adventures wasn't possible, team members kept people engaged at home, flying kites, playing basketball, planting flowers and vegetables in their gardens. Dress-up days, spa days, and days of pampering were all enjoyed. When a trip to the zoo wasn't possible, the team at the Orchard Road created a zoo in the house's backyard to delight everyone. Karaoke provided many musical experiences for housemates and friends. A friendly dance challenge was issued among residences.
Wadsworth, we challenge you to a dance-off.
That one.
Speaking of friends, best pals Bill and Larry moved into a new residence. Larry's move was delayed a bit, so when he finally followed Bill into their new home, they were thrilled. While the new housemates enjoyed getting to know them, Bill and Larry's former housemates missed them terribly. So thanks to technology, they're able to keep in touch with all of their friends.
To combat the isolation and confusion caused by COVID-19, ARC employees were determined to keep the people they support connected to each other and our community. In late March, people who live at ARC's Orchard Road residence made thank you boards to express their gratitude to nurses for their dedication. The boards were delivered to Upstate Medical Hospital on Nurses Day. In April, the ARC Achievers, ARC's self-advocacy group, welcomed special guest Julie Boeheim to their monthly meeting. While on the phone, Julie surprised everyone when she invited her son, Buddy, and husband, Coach Jim Boeheim, to say hello. The people on the call were beyond thrilled. After the meeting, Julie sent autographed photos to everyone in attendance. In May, 93Q's Amy Robbins joined the ARC Achievers to the delight of everyone involved. When Matthew Case decided that he wanted to do something for the American Heart Association, he set up a fundraising page. He hoped to raise $25. Thanks to the support he received from his family and friends, he raised over $621 to donate to the Heart Association. As we mentioned, technology has played an important role over the past several months. Every Friday, people who live in several of ARC's residences enjoy games of bingo. The weekly games keep people connected and provide a lot of fun. Speaking of staying connected, when Chris Seawriter, who stayed with us family during the crisis, was missing his friends who live with him in ARC's Dorchester residence, he and his parents visited, socially distanced of course, which did everyone some good. When people who receive assistance through ARC's Employment Program Agency return to the work at partner organizations such as National Grid, they were greeted with enthusiasm, and in the case of TCG Player, a standing ovation.
It goes without saying that without the dedication and selflessness of ARC's team members, especially those who provide frontline support, the challenges of 2020 would have been insurmountable. As essential workers, ARC employees show just how strong they are and the strength of their commitment to the people who receive services from the agency. In return, thanks to funds raised by the We Are Essential campaign, team members who worked throughout the crisis received We Are Essential t-shirts and goodie bags filled with hand sanitizer, tissues, and snacks. These small gestures represent the enormous gratitude that each of those workers deserves for all they've done.
If we were able to gather this evening, right about now, we'd be welcoming the Midler Melodies to the stage to share their musical talents with us. This group of talented individuals from ARC's Midler Day program began performing together in December of 2016. Under the direction of direct support professionals, Jeff Kerr and Lorenzo Brown, the Midler Melodies made their debut in 2017's Achievement Awards Dinner. Since then, they've been performing throughout the community. Thanks to 2 grants that were funded by the ARC of Onondaga Foundation, they purchased sound equipment and Midler Melodies t-shirts to wear when they're performing. We're happy to share this public service announcement they created to remind us all of the importance of hand hygiene as we continue to stay healthy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, please wash your hands. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
Thank you, Midler Melodies. Before we close, we have a couple of announcements to make. We're delighted to announce the winners of the 2 $500 Visa gift cards. Thank you to our friends at Wegmans for making this raffle possible. As we look ahead to 2021, we're excited for the opportunity to gather and to celebrate the Achievement Awards dinner on Thursday, June 3rd. We hope you'll join us when we celebrate the following honorees: the Mary Carroll and Robert J. Fisher Founders Award, Sue Sharoon; ARC Achievement Award, Syracuse Hancock International Airport; Robert D. McAuliffe Community Service Award, TCG Player; and the Person of the Year, drum roll please, Lisa Winter. We hope you've enjoyed this evening's celebration and recognize how the efforts of the Arc of Onondaga team make a positive difference in the lives of the people who receive support from the agency. On behalf of the Arc of Onondaga Foundation, thank you and good night.